Hello everyone and welcome back to the frozen Arctic. Hope you're doing fine wherever you are. Hopefully you have it a bit warmer than this mess here. And in the busy port Devily, in the busy harbor area, we're looking one last time to the logistics in order to finally then also be able to enable us the gas mining, the gas exploiting in Helveticus, which is of course the culmination of everything that we've been working forward here in the Arctic, and this then also concludes the Arctic landscape for now at least, or the focus of the Arctic for now. We were always coming back here. There's always something to do. Now before we go with the gas, let's have one more thing here in Port Devily. We have now the two trade routes that are moving over to the Helveticus plateau. I still need to do something here, that is setting the minimum stock of coal in Port Devily. Let's make it to 70 to be honest. There's a lot of coal now going outbound from this port to King William Island and to the plateau. And I just need to make sure that my main area, my main settlement in the Arctic is always having enough heat, because if this collapses, everything collapses and then we would have to start again from beginning. This is not okay. So another way of actually doing this, also by the way, timber we should set a minimum stock, so let's make it 100. It's out right now and the ships are coming in though soon that provide more timber then again, and we always need to make sure that we have stuff available. Good, that's that. Now on to Helveticus. It is now stuffed really with building materials, coal, consumer goods, pemmican food, schnapps, oil lamps and stuff like that, and of course this is only going to increase from now on. Let's go ahead and have us the first people living in this wasteland. I will use these two heaters there, right, for these two, because I think that's the maximum of gas that I can exploit for now. That means here we can start with our settlement, right? So we do have, for beginners, our service buildings. That is the ranger station, very important. One is fine to really get everything on this plateau, and then I will also need a canteen. A central one should be fine to also once again reach everything on this plateau. Yeah, I think this is fine. Hopefully I'm not going to need a second one, that is. And, oh, by the way, since we're going to have technicians here, a post office should also be required. And let's also have this one here. So there we have this inner area, right, that is kind of like the center of this plateau. There's the building materials coming in. And we can then go ahead now with our buildings. That's not so great. Trying to get at least that much in. That should be fine. And by the way, here, make it work like that. There you go. And then we can have... make it like so. So, unfortunately, there's no commute pier. But then again, a commute pier would really make a lot of things in the Arctic meaningless, right? In a new world, it definitely makes sense to have a commute pier. In the Arctic, absolutely not. It would just make things way too easy. So, in order to keep the game mechanics alive, we're not going to implement that. This is the last building here that I can use for this plateau. And then also probably, wait a second, let's move this one step so I can still, yes, get this last building up there as well. That is important for me. And oh, here we can of course also have quite a lot of additional buildings. That one, how far can we go up here? That's fine. Yep, all the way up here to the top. These guys here probably need some heating. How far can we go up here? Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. Here, we definitely will need then to have our first Arctic gas mine in this area. And as we can see, one of them requires quite a lot of workforce, right? 250 technicians. So for two of them, I will need 500 technicians that we can make work here at least, which is quite a lot to be honest. This heater there comes very well then for us, because we can continue with the base expansion then into that area too. For that, after all, I need to adjust. No, it's fine. It's fine. We are fine. Let's go ahead and build that. Let's get the first people onto Helveticus, shall we? Poor souls. But at least the pay is nice, I hope. There it is, right? They are living here now. The first people are moving in. They will unlock pemmican and oil lamps as more move in, and then automatically unlock these things too. So we should get to technicians rather quickly. Let's also have a quick stroll on our plateau. This is really the coldest place you can actually live in this game. And right up here, let's just say it's minus 500 degrees. This is physically not possible, but we just say it is for atmospheric reasons. And all these people living here, of course, they have a nice view. No doubt about that. It's quiet. It's chilly, fresh air. And you have a nice view over the end of the world, really. And to be honest, let's also go ahead and build the second heater right away. We're going to need both of them anyway, so why not just do it now? Then we have, by the way, this road here. Do we need that? I don't think so. We can just have then a bunch of more people who can make this work. Like so. And with that, actually we can make the connection so I can have a bit more here. Right, that one. And then those two. Just behind the heater, really. Canteen. Yeah, it's okay. And then we can add a bunch more here. Let's have a look at my consumption rates. They should not be higher than 1. It's actually at 0 still, right? For the pemmican food and the schnapps then most likely as well. We're going into 240 explorers, but we're barely using anything at the moment. That is also fine. I could think about getting us... wait a second. Technicians, they do. What lifestyle needs do we have here with the technicians? Rum, dynamite, and the motor. Bad. These are not the best lifestyle needs that we have. By the way, let's just quickly jump over to King William Island because we have enough workforce theoretically to add us a few more charcoal burners. This will ease my consumption of coal. We don't need those people for anything else right now. So let's go ahead with a 100% charcoal burner here and 82% charcoal burner here. That is fine. And yeah, there we have the space for it. Let's just build them really so that we get as close as possible to explorers. And this means less coal from Port Devilly and a bit more stable logistics that we have. We can use both of these whaling stations with the burner, so we should be fine now with coal wise. I was just worried about that a bit in my background there, in my head. And city camp, it is now Helveticus city status, or camp status that is. Pemmican food is now needed and in. And also the sleeping bags we will not provide for these people. Schnapps we will provide, however. And now we are just waiting for the oil lamps. We can still have a few more here. And I think that will be enough for our complete population then, right? Here we can definitely also have one more at the edge of the plateau. Hopefully it's stable enough, looks stable enough to me. Global warming will be really bad for this platform in 100 years from now. This but until then, we should be fine. It's going to be very close. I don't have enough people at the moment. So we are sitting at, what is it? 460 out of 500. We do need those 500 really. Let's go ahead and try to squeeze in some more buildings here. That one can be squeezing in. Nope, unfortunately there's really no more space available. Nope, that's also not going to work out. That's a problem. That's a problem for sure. I might also do something in here. Wait a second, we can still optimize. This whole road system there is not completely needed, let's say it like that. I'd be able to squeeze in my canteen over there. Get rid of this road there. Move it a bit further down. Move that one over. Use the heating from that. Then we can move those buildings up again. This one closer. Now I have a bit more space in here directly, right? So there's a few more buildings we can add now, right to this one. There I can definitely also make this turn a bit. No, this is not good. This will be very bad for the last slot down there. So this I absolutely need here, unfortunately. 450. And here's heating, so we can provide a few more shelters to that area. That really should do the trick though now. 480, yeah, this is going to be 500. There it is, oil lamp is inbound. With that, we have once again another population boost, a nice one, and also the Chilly Explorer has everything. Also, the schnapps is in. It's still chilly, but of course it's a platform, right? So you probably should feel some cold at least. That's only the me saying that because I don't have to live here. And with that, we should be able to upgrade. In the meantime, we have breached the threshold for the radio tower. Now, that is just a smaller pinnacle building for the scholars, really, right? But the last need that it is. I'm not going to make it super efficient. I mean, we could have 2 radio towers, to be honest. One up here, but I definitely wanted to have one here because there we have a bit of space. So I just need to have a bit of a road going down here through the tracks. like so. Make the connection so that the radio tower that is here, then it arrives at least, you know, as we can see, reaches both sides of the scholars. And it then is just over here, overlooking the city of Crown Falls. There's the entrance for it that we can have. Let's also make it a bit bigger. By the way, we could have anything here in the center really for it. And that's it, right? This is our radio tower that is dominating, we should say, the plateau here right in front of Crown Falls. I thought this was just a nice touch to it. We have built it, right? So this is, yeah, getting at least those guys here in. This will be fulfilling them, and it will also lead to a few more scholars. We're at 78,000 research points now, and I will probably just build me a second one somewhere over there. I do need a bit of space for it, however. Let's just check it out. There is my post office. We do have a couple of engineers here still that I don't really need so close. Where would I move you guys? I'm sorry. 1,000. Yeah, we can get rid of some of those workers here. Let's just move them instead of those workers. And with that, we have a bit of space to move that one, because that's all I need. Let's get rid of that fountain, because now I can have a second radio tower right here. But of course, a radio tower like this doesn't really make sense, right? We can also sell now lounge seatings. And because a radio tower needs, you know, a lot of space around it in order for the frequencies to go out. But okay, let's just take it like that and like that. This one is the one for the looks, really. And of course we add some ornaments, like something for the... Oh, actually let's go with a bust of someone. Or we go with this one here as well. Yeah, some statues there. I think we don't need that one here then. And let's also have then a little fence around it, so people don't fall off the plateau here, because they tend to. Trust me on that. Having that, and also of course this continues right over here to that wall. And with that, people have a bit of security there also provided to them. Let's have those two statues there. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can keep it like that. Having a little radio tower here as well, providing citizens, and of course also providing the latest news of Crown Falls to the people. Now back on my plateau, we have everything ready. We can upgrade, and we should. The first technicians, only the brightest, the bravest, coming into my plateau at 300 already. We can still go ahead and upgrade more of the bunches, and then of course also the post office to further boost it, because this is right one of the first needs they have together with canned food. But we don't need to really provide all of that. Lifestyle-wise, it's not that great, right? We could provide some rum. The letters will not work up here. We cannot build an airship platform on the plateau itself, so this is limited. By the way, Bente is... Even up here in the north, Bente is trying to trade with the locals. And by the way, yep, also, let's send one of my ships over, because we can purchase some artifacts from the locals. For the zoo, for the museum, something that shows off my accomplishments in the world. We also have a little race going on. Who reaches the plateau first, it seems. So this is my trade routes with the airships. All three of them. This one is the fastest, obviously, but it's also the lightest at the moment. And then those two here are pretty heavy loaded, taking a bit longer to get to this plateau up there. And of course, we got the timber to upgrade a few more. We got 300. Remember, we do need around, 500. That's those guys, that's that one here. The post office provides another boost to the technicians themselves. And then we have a few more here, there, that's 430, 450. And I hope that the boost with the post office is doing the rest. Let's quickly check it out. We don't even have 1 ton per minute consumption here, so we definitely will have a surplus of those things. The schnapps, the pemmican food, the oil lamps, very important. And coal-wise, we are sitting at 4 at the moment. Should be full too, especially now, yep, with the traders coming in. No problem whatsoever. And with that, ladies and gents, it is time. No, it's not time to take over Milk Church, Hugo. It is time, of course, to reach what we actually came for. To achieve what we actually came for, that is gas exploitation. And Arctic gas mine number 1, 250 technicians. There you go. All 4 towers built right away. Quest completed. Gas is now being exploited on this platform here, being mined. And with that, we are starting a slow but basic production of this material. One? Is it really just 1 per minute that we are getting out of that? That's 4 towers that we have. Yeah, I guess it's really just that one. Right, and then we can get over here, number 2. Yeah, a bit of more timber, of course. 3 tons are missing. I was expecting something like that almost. However, we can already do something, and that is starting our trade route. Finally, that is from up here, from Helveticus, all the way to Crown Falls, providing us the gas. And with that also, well, gas power stations it is. It's not going to be that much gas though that we're going to get at first, but it's a beginning. And in the Arctic, was it? There it is, the Musk Ox 3. As the first gas trader, at least the captain does see the warm weather from time to time in Crown Falls. Yeah, empty for now. Didn't even load anything, I guess. And with that, a very important milestone has been achieved. We can still build one more. We can still upgrade 250 more explorers. I could also boost them to get the 3rd mine out there, getting us some canned food up there. That is a total possibility. Let's just check it out. We do have this trade route here, and we can just take in addition canned food, because I'm pretty sure we have lots of that here in Port Davily. There it is. It's full. 500 tons available right now. Let's also get this over. This will boost my population also a tiny bit once again. Now I'm just waiting for a bit of timber to finish the last mine. Another one that we still have. We should have Nelly. There it is. Available. Let's get up there to the high north and finally help her find William Faithful, who's lost on his expedition. Also, let's just quickly check out the letters. As expected, we're completely kept out on overseas mail and local mail. We have the ship already waiting here for the overseas mail to transport that over, but even that is not going to be enough. So in that case here, we have plenty of that. I don't know. There's no other way of actually... Perhaps for these guys here, it's also activated already. So yeah, that's just it. We are having a huge surplus of that mail production. So be it. Meanwhile, airship has arrived and we can start the expedition. Follow the tracks from the icebreaker. And now it's getting really cold. So if you think it's been coldest already, nope. Because now we are going up into the high north, where you really can't get with ships anymore. We found another Sir Jock's log entry on their journey up to the plateau. There's a camp. You can pick something up here again. That is the second log. Only 2 of the 3 teams have returned because they have a... They don't know where to go right now. They're lost. Is Canyon tapered to a dead end? Sturgeon reports. So Sturgeon went where? Reports we will take the path he took. The ground looks too weak for the boat, but I'm sure we'll think of something. The Yeux is promising, and the Yeux went to the west. So right, this path here. That is a dead end up there. Oh, but this also doesn't look so promising. They went up further. Further. Also looks like a dead end to me. That is the west zone. Ah, there it is. There is some tracks again. Oh, another dead person. But at least it continues.
On course.
To another camp. What happened here? A sheer mountain lies ahead. I have had to stifle my shock at its sudden appearance, and we climb. They go up here. All the way up. Another dead person. To another camp. The man tired, dragging 2 lifeboats was perhaps ambitious. We've lost no Mando. And either we eat the resident bears or they eat us. So there's bears close by.
Hunters must be strong.
Now we need to look for the bears they mentioned. Let's continue exploring. Another dead person.
On course.
Another dead person. How many people are there? There's the bears. We found them.
Dip.
And there's the cave.
A
And we
feather
move
in the-
further up into the really cliffy area here now. We can follow them. There is another thing. Another log. What happened now? We are no longer killed by bears, but have been lost days and weeks in high valleys that all look the same. Having lost our compass, we are now only 6. John Faithful and his few sergeants that he still has left.
On course. Bane of night belongs
No
to
one dares to go here. Another corpse. Another
Setting set.
log, most likely. If a passage exists, we have not found it. But though he's mad, I will accompany Sir John to the end. So
The men
they're losing all hope.
maneuvering here can be men no longer.
And there's the tracks, I think, to the left.
Flight path plotted.
So they're trying to find a passage, by the way, if you haven't noticed yet. In the north.
Maneuvering.
And there's someone. Rescue the lost expedition.
Flight path plotted. There. Long dead, but moving still. Amarok spared them so that their story may be retold.
Too late. Too late. They're all dead. My impudence before the gods. We were doomed from the beginning. My stubbornness. My vile, reckless ambition. I should have died out there with them. I should have died.
John! My John!
John no more. I'm a phantom, my love. An exile condemned to this twilight plain for eternity.
Say whatever you like, John. I did everything I could to find you and have absolutely no intention of giving up now.
I never could argue with you.
I am sorry about Sir John. He's had a hard time. They all have. I am ever so grateful to you. And do not think I have forgotten your reward. But for now, I must get my dear husband home.
How thrilling!
And with that, at least he survived. We found him. Sir John Faithful found. Oh, we also get Gordon, the Master Grocer. Thank you very much. Sir John and Lady Jane reunited. Lady Jane Faithful praises crucial work of Nevarius. 3 heroic survivors returned to loved ones at long last. And Sir John Faithful, decorated for his courageous leadership, claims they partook in anthropophagy, vehemently denied. They definitely did not eat one another. That didn't look like that.
Didn't eat each other. Gotta be pulling my leg.
Waiting course.
And with that, we can return home with our airship.
The fire is out of control.
But I think there's still something waiting for us. Lady Jane's Clipper. There it is. Let's just take one of my ships that is waiting. There it is. He still has something to say to us.
You endure well. I promised I
And
would
with that, we have
reward you,
also
and
completed
now
the
I
Arctic
have.
campaign. Really, the final quest is completed. She
Thank
thanks
you.
us with the HMS Hades
Bringing back
replica, a legendary item for our museum, and also a good item for the airships, boosting their movement speed by 20% and increasing the loading speed by 100%. Let's get this here to Port Devilly, really. And also, yep, on Helveticus, we have everything now working. The gas is being exploited. The main quest is finished. We can also now finish or build the last gas pump over there to completely exploit the gas on it. We have almost enough technicians for a 3rd mine. Shouldn't be a big problem, but at least some gas is also being mined up here now. And with that,
Why would you?
this concludes the Arctic campaign for now. We definitely will come back to it from time to time, but at least the main things are over, and we can now continue onwards in Crown Falls. Stay tuned.